Hey everyone, my name's Chris. Thanks for checking out my video. Just wanted to share something with you. I've been working on for a while. I've been DJing with Traktor for almost 10 years now, and Traktor Pro and Traktor Scratch Pro for the last couple of years. I was getting sick of turning up to clubs, having to set up the Audio 8, routing all my cables, or if you're playing after somebody else, trying to faff about while they're still playing, a bit of a nightmare. So while waiting for a proper case from Native, I decided to make my own. So I got some MDF that I found in my shed. Bought a load of bits and bats to make the flight case, the extrusions and the corner brackets and the butterfly clasps. From a place called CPC, Combined Precision Components. Some rubber feet, some PVC adhesive for the black finish, various handles. I made it myself. So it's about a metre 10 wide, like 40 centimetres that way, and I think it was about 30 centimetres that way, about 50 each side. So let's pop it down and show you how it all works. I've got quite a hefty library, so I tend to boot up Traktor at home, like my iTunes library, load up inside it. Okay, that's everything I've done. Let's give it a quick walk around actually. And the back, it's removable hinges, so once you pop the top off, the base. I see some holes in the bottom, I'll explain those in a minute. But I'll take the lid off. Inside we've got a load of foam compartments, which are good for protecting stuff, and also you want to keep some CDs in there, or your headphones, or a mic, or some spare cables. Again, this side, removable foam. So here's the inside of my case. 117-inch MacBook Pro. 750 hard drive, 8GB of RAM, power supplies at the back, 6-way gang, Native Instruments Kontrol S4. On the back you'll see I've got some 90-degree plugs, so if you want to plug in CDJs or 1210s for timecode you can do. Got some converters for the outputs too. You may notice from the front that there's no space for a headphone socket, which is kind of intentional, just to keep the size down. Alright, so I cocked up and I mismeasured, but what I've actually done, put a headphone adapter, like a 90-degree guitar plug, got it again from CPC, and I've wired it in on the inside to a front panel mounted headphone socket. So the S4 is nice and protected. Just turn it on, so it's just simple. Plug into the wall. Well, I've got power to the whole thing because I've booted up at home. Open up the lid, and you'll see Traktor's already booted up. iTunes library's already booted up. So tracks pretty much straight, play straight out of the box. It's quite hot in here today, and it gets quite hot in club environments. As I mentioned before about having a 3TB hard drive under there, and the power supply for the Mac, and also the power supply for here. I mentioned about the ports before at the back, because I've got some fans in there. Nice and cool. Move the Mac out of the way, and you'll see 3TB Goflex hard drive running via Firewire 800 into the Mac, so it's nice and quick. Next, that's my power supply for the Mac, and there's some tube in here to help keep the ventilation go all the way around. Here I've got air sucking in through the intakes at the back, blowing cold air around the power supplies. It's going around the side and sucking the hot air out, blowing it out of these ports and keeping these two power supplies nice and cool as well. So this just sits on there to keep the Mac all nice and straight. In a club environment, obviously it's not going to be as noisy as that because you're going to be sound system in the club. That's my custom built Native Instruments S4 case, so you can pretty much rock up to a gig, play, close the lid up and go home without having to undo all your wires. Find a lot of plugs to plug in your S4, your MacBook, your hard drive, and everything else. One plug, One pair of phono outs. Good to go. I've been Chris. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit. Bye.